at that parking lot because of the movies. Look at this tape. These got here today, and the covers are beautiful. So I got them from Tightrope Books out of Toronto. I got them online, so they're delivered today. And this is my first time ordering through them. And then this is the Best Canadian Poetry in English 2015. Just look at that gorgeous cover. Gorgeous. I'm in awe. And some great names. And then 2016, much thinner actually. But look how beautiful that cover is. Ooh, I'm a fan of the blue. See the blue in the background of my butterfly box? Yeah, wonderful. So these will go when I figure it out. See, down in this dark spot, which is not a good place. These should be up on a display shelf. My anthologies, Griffin Poetry Prize, Best Canadian in English, and the Best American. All those will have a place. I'll move them around somewhere. It's just, lately we've had to negotiate with the cats who like to break things. They like to break things, and they don't mean to. It's just Chai is at that age. We're also a little concerned. She seems to have some marks on her now, like a sort of like as though she's been bitten or something. Don't know if it's a reaction from when she had the comb. Smudge is doing fine. Her incision area looks beautiful. There you are, Chai. But she's got something going on that has been noticed. There's a neck thing that we could connect to having kicked at the cone. But then she's got some stuff around her eye. It's stressful for us because, financially it's a stress, and then because we care, it's a stress. I like the moon. And I have to go to the washroom. And I have to write tonight. Look at the moon. It's behind the clouds. Look at that busy parking lot. And I'm feeling sore. I just lifted the colorful table. Look, did you see the cat just go bounding around? Chai's got enough energy. She doesn't seem sick at all. I moved this table, which is very light, but I feel like it hurt something. And that's not good. Okay, so it's November 15th, Tuesday, 2016. About 11:47 p.m. now. Another day of not writing. I've done this several times during this month so far. Like of not writing for NaNoWriMo. And then I'll write a whole bunch of words, thousands of words, and catch up almost. And then I won't write the next day to have myself fully caught up and get a buffer. I have to admit, I've been dealing with... I've been bummed out. I mean, not constantly, but... Okay, I have nightmares all the time because of just how it's been for me for decades, it seems. But now, even though the content of my dream may have nothing to do, at least right before waking, with what's going on with the recent events unfolding in America with the presidential election, my first thoughts go to the fact that Trump is the president-elect, and that he's building his cabinet, and that he's actually following through with a lot of people he's putting in that are known for the hatred and the racism and the discrimination, and I am scared, and I'm Canadian. We will be affected by things that America does and how the Prime Minister somehow maintains a functional relationship with our closest ally and border sharing country, while also, are we going to maintain enough autonomy to not be a part of what awful things might come? And this may sound so dramatic and over dramatic, or traumatic but over dramatic to the melodramatic to those who feel that Trump is no big deal, no problem, nothing to worry about. They voted for him, they think he'll be fine. And I'm wondering, have they not actually listened to anything he said? Seen clips from before of people, working class people as well, but it wasn't them that was the reason why he got in, but the ones who really honestly believed he would have their interests in mind. He won't. My husband's snoring in the other room. This is affecting me. More so because I'm concerned for all the people that this will directly impact right away. Once he starts following through with the awful things he said he would. Any good bit that he might do, I feel like it's just not going to compare to the atrocities that might happen. And there's a lot of talk about the normalization that's been going on of the situation and the comparisons to this happening before in history. And if that's the case, if this is really happening, that's probably why the fear is not going away. It's not about the party that won, Republican versus Democrat. I honestly am not. That's not it at all. I'm looking at the person that was elected president. I'm looking at his history, his recent words, his recent tweets, his tweets now. Now that he's back on Twitter tweeting, they're not. And yet, if I'm speaking out these thoughts, anybody who agrees already, or feels this way, knows how this feels, knows how sickening it feels, can relate to this. And those who disagree just find this over the top and don't see what the big deal is. And so I don't know why I'm sharing my thoughts on it, except that it's something that really is impacting me. I'm finding it difficult to. I find it's affecting me in a way that it's scary. It's scary. It's really scary. And I fear for a lot of people that I care about that live in the States. And I fear for the ripple effects. So I haven't been writing very well. I even went out yesterday and I did vlog. That's in my vlog from yesterday, which is great that I went out, but I didn't write about it. So that was a missed opportunity to write about being outside and how it felt and geese flew overhead twice within a few minutes, flying away. That time of season of the year, the time of year. That was pretty cool. Seeing the supermoon but not being able to get good photos. Buying pickles from the grocery store. Those are highlights. Since yesterday was my 1 month mark since I had my abdominal hysterectomy. I don't know how to say it. Tomorrow morning I have the first follow-up gyno appointment with the gyno specialist surgeon. I was supposed to have one 2 weeks after the surgery, and I had to postpone. So I have to follow through with this tomorrow. Not looking forward to it. I'll be outside. So there you go for did I get outside today? I hope that I'll write later in the day. And other personal things that are bothering me. Trying to figure out how I'm going to make the most of where I am. I don't feel rooted here, and I don't feel connected here. But I have seen people who have still been creative writers, singers, performers, creative types. Maybe they've moved away, maybe they've stayed, but they've created art and in various forms in my hometown, and I need to stop thinking or feeling like I have to be somewhere else in order to be able to accomplish anything like that. Just because I feel quite alone here, that sometimes I can't let that stop me from trying. So there's that. I'm still struggling with the feeling of wanting to leave next year in the spring, and it doesn't really make sense for me to move for school, even though it would help in many ways. It doesn't make sense financially, and that's difficult to face. Even though if I really want to do it, I could just do it and mess everything up. But it's not a good idea. So I have to deal with my very, very deep disappointment on that. So I'm kind of in a weird space mentally. Overall, I'm doing okay, but I could be doing better. And then I think of, I don't know. This is affecting me this year. For writing, I'm feeling that I don't know. I feel like I could write here. There's no reason why I can't write where I am and create where I am. I just wish that I had stayed where I was. I just don't feel connected here. And it's partially my own fault, partially just the fact that I never got rooted here in my hometown. I left it because of, you know, circumstances growing up, and I don't feel tethered here, and I feel that pull from where I lived before in Toronto. And I just wonder, like, when you feel pulled towards someplace and a different life, how long do you live with it and not act on it? Or do you just... I think I'm gonna give this more of a chance, even though I've given this a few years. I'm gonna give it more of a chance and get out there, and pour myself into writing. It's midnight now. Bye.